Hey folks, it looks like we're back. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, a bit of um internet snafu, it would seem. We're back. Sorry, this is a split stream. And there we go. We can get back to it. I've kept on harvesting while I was getting things sorted out. The time will no longer be accurate, but, well, might as well turn the timer off then, I suppose. Alright. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I'll turn the timer off since it doesn't really matter. And there we go. Alright. Let's get a merge going. Merge all of that up. I mean, what does the time matter when we're all having fun, right? Unless we're waiting for our pizza. I need one more of those blue orbs to make that a round one. Exactly. We don't care unless we run out of pizza. Hmm. I mean, it was my OBS, my streaming software, that apparently decided to take a very big womble. So once I got that restarted, we're sorted. Hey, welcome back. Again, sorry guys about the problem there. But we should be all good to go now. Pizza's sounding really good. I wish they delivered out here. I'll just have to make my own. Better for me that way, right? All right. Although that does mean I'll heat up the house, doesn't it? Might just have to opt for lasagna instead. And by lasagna, I mean a mock lasagna that I'll make in like the crock pot or something so I don't heat up the whole house. Although it's been chilly today, so probably not a big deal if I did heat up the house a little bit with the oven. Let's see, what do I have in the fridge that could go into a pizza? It's all good. All right. So let's see. Maybe instead of pizza, I'll make a calzone because I've got ricotta in the fridge. You're all good. We're all adults here, hopefully. Hmm. Now, see, that's the problem. I don't have any pineapple right now. So, I mean, a casserole would work for sure. Yep. No mushrooms. I don't. There wouldn't be streams if I had mushrooms, Gleep. This is true. As long as there's cheese, who cares? Let's see. I got that. Oh yeah, I could show you my merge adventure sometime. Oh, I get a little secret. I got a lot of bubbles in my merge adventure. Yeah, short merge adventures. I don't think even a couple of hours. Yeah. Uh, right now, my camp and merge adventure is in full swing for working with the nature chests. Try indeed, huh, Doves? Oh, absolutely. I'd love their homeland to be a whole lot bigger. Just a little bit would be nice too, yes. It almost feels like it's smaller than the Merge Dragons one, even. I think it might be the smallest camp. I might be able to tire my creatures out if I were to actually merge up my creature homes in that one, but right now I've got it set so my creatures are never fully tired. I've always got somebody flying. I understand. It'd be nice to have more land. It's always nice to have more land in a game. Always nice to have a little more space than what we've got. Other than Dragon and Elves, Dragon and Elves is very, very plentiful with the land. Yes, I'm done with all the home area quests that they've got currently for Merge Adventure. Ah, makes sense. Hmm. Yeah, I've tracked all of what the quests were, and I've got them documented on the Discord. Let's move that up. Let's merge these. And these. Merge all of those. Bring one up, and that makes a round merge there, and a round one there. Bring those in. Get everybody back to work again. Oh, I wish I had the time to and the knowledge for working a wiki to actually put all that stuff into a document that way. The quests are all well and good, but, they don't need to be the be all end all. They do have some nice rewards, of course. Getting those medals in camp that you can merge up and get chances at getting some of the padded chests to get more gems. Alright, so we're going to keep on harvesting. Real close to making that third of the mythic orbs. Hey, that's all good. That's all good. Hmm. Peacock chains. Peacock chains. Oh, you mean the topiaries and the golden topiaries? I haven't gotten very far on either of those. That's something that I'm considering spending my gems on bit by bit, but it's expensive. And I did shell out a little bit for um fountains recently. Yeah, I'm torn between if I want to work on that or if I want to work on the fountains first because those whales are super duper cute. There are some topiaries on the land, but yeah, I've not really spent on those. The ones that I have are ones that have come from levels. Um, the fountains are pretty much like the fountains in Merge Dragons, but they're cute. They give royal whale eggs, and they're fairly new. I do have a video for Merge Adventures showing the beginning of it. Mm-hmm. He's Smurfette. Aren't you just the perfect pet? Yes, you are. So yeah, I've not gone very far in any of those chains because they are ones that cost money, essentially. But I'm tempted. I'm sorely tempted. If I do that, I'll pick one to work on at a time. It is super cute. When do we not say it's super cute and be talking about Merge Adventure, right? Just about everything in that game is super cute. Boy, don't take a drink every time I say that. All right. So yeah, I want to get that third mythic orb. Absolutely. I really would love to see that game grow and prosper. I do think it has some pretty high pain points, though, and that's definitely not doing it favors. But yeah, I hope it grows. Yeah, moon dust everywhere. I know that feeling. Sometimes I think that moon dust just comes out of thin air. I've got everything put up that could possibly give me those right now. So if I see any of that spawn in my camp there, I'm like, what in the world? Yeah, that. I've seen that happen a few times. Ah, gotcha. Yep. So you're gonna be working with that moon dust right along. I agree, Josh. It's problematic when, but yeah. Hey, did you see that they gave us a bubble sorter now, though? So that gives me hope that there'll be a way to do bubbling more. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I agree, Josh. Mm. All right, let's pull those orbs that are higher up down and merge all this up. Merge it again. Bring that one off to the side. We'll merge all of these. Merge these. Oh, yeah. So that's enough for a third mythic orb. And I am going to go ahead and merge those. That quest is now complete. So I'll have the Creative Forest Spring. We're going to bring this up here. Launch it. So I am going to need at least one more orb. We're going to bring this down here and get that. I'm going to draw those orbs down. And those over. Merge those up. And bring the one from down here up. Put my lock back on. So let's bring that blackberry down. Come on. Got a hold of you. Quit lagging. Hey. Stop that. Here's my lingonberry for that key. Okay. And a blueberry we'll bring down here. Why are we lagging? Stop it. All right, merge those up. There's a 5 merge of those now. And we'll 5 merge those. already opened the key for those. Let's look at the edges. We're going to grab one of these leaves and bring it down here. All right, let's see. All right. I'm a little bit concerned. Well, we'll do that. We'll bring our purple corn, the mulberries, down here. We've got the level 7 bush for there. All right. Bring those up and merge there. Bring all those up. You can just merge those. Let's pull that up. We've already used an after rain bush for a key. Those are two different fruits down there. That's the blueberries. Let's bring the lingonberry up. I've merged those. And let's look at that. I need more blueberries than that. Merge those up. And that's a 5 merge of those. We'll 5 merge those 8s. Actually, first. Let me double check up there. No. No. Okay. 5 merge the 8s. And double check this chain. The end of that is the gorgeous bushes, which is the next one up, which is that key up there. There we go. And we'll merge those. And the next one in that is the cherries, which is the last of the fruit keys in this event. So we'll merge that. And there's that key. All right. So I'm going to need actual fruit trees at some point here. But I'm not in a rush on that just yet. Just clean up some spaces. All right, let's bring point items together. Down this way a little more. Yeah, and we'll merge those. Bring that down. Merge those up. Bring one of those in. Okay. Let's do another haul in for orbs. That's a 5 merge there. Tidy this up. Why are we lagging again? Thank you. Hmm. 1, 2, 3. That's 4, that's 12, 13, 14, 15. That island is actually a nice little merge square. So let's make use of it. All right. I kind of like the will-o-wisp though, but yeah, it grew on me. It did take a bit for it to grow on me. Let's see. Let's get some seeds going on so I can start working on those saplings. Although, I like the hippocampus. My favorite though, hands down, still the level 1 of the Hydra, the lowest level of the Hydra. Love it. Absolutely adore it. It is just so cheeky. Such a happy, cheeky little guy. All right, so harvesting out seeds. Yeah, it does look a bit like a zebra, doesn't it? But if you look really close at the on the loading screen, that's also what that kind of has a look of if you look really, really close at the fine details on it. So that's like the closest one to the loading screen creature. Oh, yeah. I wish I could get more of those. Yeah. Nice one, Gleep. Mm-hmm. I'm on the fence if I like the redesign that they did of the Wind Dragon or not. I think I might have the original somewhere. I know there's screenshots of it. Um, but now it reminds me of Falcor from the Neverending Story, which kind of makes sense, but not entirely. All right. Keep up my harvesting. Oh, yeah. For sure. All right, let's bring that seed up there. All right, bring those over. Zip those out. Zip those out. Zip them out and zip these in. The fruit trees, it's Well, for one, you can farm fruit in this after you're done to make lots and lots of gems. But there's also up here behind what was that bush key. There's some berries here, and they're 20,000 heal per. So, to get that all opened up without having to heal other stuff, might as well do the fruit trees. And after the event, you can farm fruit and just make boatloads of coin, gems, to get more creatures or more elves in your camp, or progress your storages and the like. This is a good one for a post-event farm. Alright, and we'll bring those over. Hmm. Bring these over. Those are from the lychee tree, I think? The level 6? Yeah, the level 6. And with that, I can make 2. There we go. I'll just 5 merge those fruit up there. Get that extender. And there's a gold star for later. Although, I think that's the only gold star in this. It looks like that's the last key. Good. Alright, so we've got 2 leaves for there. Make that big heal. We'll merge there, make that heal. Ah, there's another gold star there. Eh. All right. Okay. Hi, kitty cat. Let's lock it in again. We got to heal all the rest of the land, harvest off the thing, make the point items. So back to harvesting off of this. Yes, I'm seeing your comments. Sorry. The ones where you have to finish in a certain amount of moves, they were a shock to my system when I saw those too. Ooh. And I'm glad they've been helpful for you. I have gone back through finally and updated the names for the challenge levels to be the current names for them rather than the original names. Sorry, I was just kind of really zoned in for a minute there while I was sorting everything around. I need some more of that. Oh. Have you come to supervise my kitty cat? Since you can't get me to take a nap. I suggest you enjoy that catnip that I put on the floor for you before I vacuum it up. So I've gotten almost all the cloud keys done now. That last one is the end of the harvester chain for this. So I'll need to get those harvests done before I can make that key. But I also want to heal out the rest of the land. In fact, I need to so that I can get the things for harvesting. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch, huh, kitty cat? All right, let's merge. Two more of those. We'll make a round merge there. Send them back to work. She sleeps on the bed with me, but she's got a couple of spots that she prefers on the bed when she's not sleeping like right next to my head. But if I'm in bed, she's usually in bed with me. She's a little bit miffed at me because I moved her cat tree. It's just a tiny bit further away from the desk than it used to be, and she's not happy about that. So I'm going to have to move the cat tree. Yes, I'm talking about you, miss. What she's really not going to like is if I decide to rearrange the whole living room, which I've been contemplating. Mm. Yeah. Oh, careful with your little finger knives. My little wild child, you. Oh, you're getting the mischief look on your face. But yeah, she quite likes to be on the bed with me. Alright, so carrying on with the harvesting. Yeah, everybody's a little quiet right now. Well, let's long about dinner time for most of us, I think, or for a few of us at least. Hmm. All right, let's merge again. Pull these in. Now they're all touching. Except for that one, but now they all are. Well, that was an extra after all. And we'll draw those in. That makes a nice square. And that makes a 10. That makes a 10 there. All right. Bring those up. Aw. All right. So we're going to keep on harvesting. I should have just held out and made 4 mythics in the first place. But, yeah, I got a little, pardon me, I got a little impatient. Patience would have paid off. Ah. Oh, let's see. Alright, so let's just keep carrying on here. What the? Oh, come on, let's keep going. Oh, there we are. Aw, I'm sorry. I almost didn't get another cat after Sophie disappeared. But then one showed up at my brother's, and I almost took that one. But he ended up deciding to keep that one. And then, same day that my brother decided to keep that one, my cousin showed up and asked if anybody was willing to take on a cat. And my brother explained how they decided to keep the one they were going to give me. And my cousin's like, well, would she take her? How could I not? And then when she got here, she just had me wrapped around her little paw. But yeah. Nothing's ever been seen of Sophie since she disappeared. It breaks my heart that there's no closure there. I'm always gonna wonder. All right. Let's start filling in this island. There. There's plenty of times I see Smurfette and I slip up and I call her Sophie because she looks just like her. So much like her. Acts just like her. It's eerie sometimes. All right. I miss having dogs, but I don't have the oomph for dogs anymore, I don't think. And I'm far too close to the road. I'd have to get some of that invisible fencing or something. All right. So we're in the last legs of this. Oh, did your tail offend you? She acts like a dog anyway sometimes. I mean, she fetches her toys. She takes her toys and puts them on the bed at bedtime to let me know it's bedtime. So she puts her toys away. That whole pen business of hers, though, that's definitely a quirk that's all her own. Oh, goodness. That sounds like there's a story there, Diane. All right, so carrying on here. I'll do another big merge pretty soon. In fact, I'm going to bring these trees over here. Tap a couple of fruit off of them. Odd. Hopefully it's already sorted out. Oh my goodness. That 25 dogs. Holy cow. I mean, I like dogs and all, but that seems a little excessive. I thought I wasn't doing too awful good when I had 3 cats. Thought I was getting a little heavy on them. Mom had 5 dogs at one point, but ooh, goodness. At least hers behaved. I love pit bulls. They are such sweethearts. They get such an undeserved reputation. I will always stand by the fact that there are no bad dogs, just bad owners. If a dog has issues, look to their either original owner or their current one. Exactly. They're well trained, they're behaved, they're good doggos. I mean, you get the occasional one that's got attitude, but even they can be worked with. And if you know they've got an issue, you know, you do your best to make sure that that issue is less of an issue. You do what you can to mitigate it. Oh, goodness. Oh, well, that's if you want them to, but there's probably a dang good reason. Exactly. Man, the dogs my mother had, some of them had been my brother's, and his ex-wife was bad to him. So they were bad to her. But that was, she didn't treat him right. That's part of why she's an ex-wife. Just one of many reasons. They were good dogs, though. There are stories I could tell you about how she mistreated those dogs when he wasn't around and nobody else was around. That when we got a notion that there might be something wrong, investigation happened, and what we found out That was one of the final straws in that particular marriage of his. Exactly, Diane. Exactly. Friend of mine used to have pets, and one of them was a rescue. And that poor girl, that poor pet. If you so much as slightly raised your voice or lifted your hand up by your head, she'd cower. So we know she was abused. But my friend got her as a rescue. And she was one of the sweetest dogs I have ever known. I'd be over at her house, and next thing I'd know, I'm sitting on the couch, right? And then this pit bull just get up on my lap and flip over and show me her belly. Because all she wanted was belly rubs. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Alright. Let's do another merge. It's not a big merge this time, but it'll be something. Getting a little bit closer. Oh, I've got another free capsule thingy. So we'll grab that. Let's bring all three of those down that I've got now and see what's in those boxes. There's some point items. All right. Couple out of those. Merge those up. Merge all that up. Merge these up. Move a couple of those over and merge those up. I've merged those. All right. So we'll keep on harvesting some more. Yeah, we found out that my brother's first wife was beating the dogs if they asked to go outside while she was home alone, rather than get off the couch and let them out. And then she'd say that they didn't ever ask to go out. Mm-hmm. Caught it on camera. Borrowed a friend's nanny cam. And yeah. And she'd always complain because those same dogs would steal her shoes and take them out into the backyard and chew them up. The only things they'd destroy were the things that were specifically hers. Yeah, exactly. At least it wasn't in the other direction. But yeah, that was the final straw. My brother put up with an awful lot with that woman. There was a lot. I can't even go into some of what went on in his first marriage. Not here on YouTube. Just, whew. He said it was the most expensive mistake he ever made in his life and that he had wished he'd listened to his sisters and his mother about marrying her in the first place because none of us had liked her. None of us felt like it was a good match. Just had a bad feeling. There was a lot, an awful lot. But when he saw that, he was like, nope, 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 that's it. Exactly. I agree. People that do that sort of thing are just, they need help. But yeah, once she wasn't around, they were absolute. Whenever there was anybody else around, so she wasn't acting like that towards them, they were absolutely wonderful dogs. I definitely can't say what I think should have been done about her, but yeah, let's just say she is definitely not one of my favorite people by any stretch of imagination. I mean, we've all heard me talk about my sister's boyfriend and how much I dislike him. And my brother's ex wife is pretty much in that same category. There's a lot of stories, and none of them are safe for YouTube. She was a piece of work. That one was. Oh boy. In fact, I dare say I actually dislike my sister's boyfriend less than I dislike my brother's ex wife. And it takes a lot for me to dislike somebody. Alright. Let's merge that on up. Merge these up. Ooh, that's a big merge. Alright, let's merge all of these. Bring one over there. Pull these out. And that gives me 6 of those, so we'll take one of those away, get them back down here. We'll merge those up. Need one more of the red ones now, because I am going to make that 4th mythic. That should give me more than enough. Hopefully. If it doesn't, I'll be very, very close. Alright, let's get my music going again. I know you guys can't hear it, but I've got it going just to help me keep a rhythm and everything. If you ever want to be listening to the same kind of music that I'm listening to when I'm streaming, there's links in the description at the bottom of the videos, at the bottom of the streams. Ooh. All right. Think I'll have a nice session with the exercise bike after I get done with this and after I get dinner cooking. Since we've got so much of that air pollution from the fires up in Canada going on, that the air quality outside is absolutely atrocious. So taking an afternoon walk or even a morning walk was kind of out of the question today. Absolutely. Yes, she does. I've never had a problem with her with that, other than one time when she'd first got here. And I had used a litter that she wasn't particularly fond of. But once I got her a litter that she liked, that problem evaporated. In fact, she's got 3 different litter pans, this cat does. One cat, but there's 3 litter pans. She's basically got her own room. That's how spoiled this cat is. She has basically got her own room that is just full of cat toys. And I'm going to be screening in my porch so that it's a catio. All right, let's do another merge. Merge those on up. And I'll bring 2 of these away. Merge those up. Merge those up. Merge those up. And merge those. There is that one now. Unlock the screen. Let's take that heel up top here. All right. That's another. Oh, that's a builder. We're getting rid of him. Get rid of you. Discard you. Bye-bye. All right. And that's another one of those. We'll get rid of him as well. That is basically the rock dragon. All right. So, merge these. And the one to harvest off of is this here. So we've got one. We're going to 4 merge those so we get a recharge on the one. And we'll 5 merge these. We'll bring these flowers out of the way. We'll yank these orbs up out of the way. And they brought me a chest. Nice. All right, so we've got commons. And I want those stars. Tap all the stuff out of the stars now. And let's see. Bring the. Are there any more commons that came from that? Nope. We're going to merge those commons. Bring the rares down. Merge all those up. Bring in all the epic ones. And merge all those up. And that's the rest of the legendary ones. We'll bring those over to the side. Let's bring these acorns down. Bring that one acorn over. those harvests out. This will take a while. I should have kept that other elf. At least one of them. Because even though it's slow, it would have got there a little ways. Alright, well, we'll keep on harvesting. Getting there bit by bit. Once I get these all harvested out for that quest, then I can merge them and get that final key. Alright. The mystery tree leaves, let's see. I'm trying to remember what the other source was. They sometimes come from the floating fountains. That's the one. The floating fountains. And if you want a more reliable source of them, the honey trees. Yeah, it's been pretty bad here in New York too, but yeah, I can imagine down there it's getting something. In Merge Adventure, a lot of my focus is just on harvesting minerals. So I've got like 6 or 7 or 8 of the Stonehenge equivalents. And I just harvest off of those all the time. And then I turn them into chests for the chains that I want to work on. Mm-hmm. Oof. That's a tough one there. I think I'd skip that one if I wanted to keep them for the decorations instead. Especially as you've got your portal to 50, right? Or your Star Quest to 50? Ah, Portal Quest. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'd still skip that one, personally. Because sometimes it's worth skipping something if you'd rather keep it for a decoration. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's a tough call then. That becomes a tough call. Yeah, yeah. Kind of hard to bring yourself to do it with something like that, isn't it? Especially with how much work it is to make those in the first place. All right. Let's bring those in now. And bring those out. I'm at 70 out of 100. Getting there. Slowly but surely getting there. Whoops, I accidentally collected some points. Oopsie daisies. I tapped a little too fast during a lag spike. Alright. Merge those up. 5 merge those. Merge those. Alright. Let's see. I don't think I have a video for the Royal Well because I'm not very far in that. However, I think I have a video showing the gaudy fountains, the first ones. So, technically, maybe? I'd have to check. Let's see. So, I do have a video for the golden fish fountain. But I don't have one for the Royal Wells. You get the fountains. I think there might have been a level that had one, but you can buy them in the shop for gems. All right, let's get these down here. We're going to bring this over, get that key. I'll have you back over here. This down here. And there we've got more lychee fruits for healing land there. Let's see. So we'll bring that over. Hit that extender. And that's all she wrote for that. That's all my land healed. And that's 10 merge there. Pop those open. Now we're just going to work on making that a pair of the level 9s for the point items. All right, I'll bring those over. Make short work of it with these. Bring those over and yoink. And bring those in. Let's bring some of those stumps in. And yoink. Bring some more stumps over in here. And bring those out. Get those up in here. Let's get those mushrooms in there. Almost enough. We'll get, oh, that gave me a stump. Nice. And merge those. And we'll yank those in. Merge those up. Merge, or pull in the vines. Let's bring those bushes in. Merge those up. Merge those. Let's just merge those up and pop that open. That's a couple more of the legendary ones. I love that we can merge the finite harvesters back up to keep getting the maxed level ones. And we'll bring those birds down. And that's a 5 merge there. That's a 5 merge of the rabbit holes. And almost there. Just grinding out the points. Bring more of those vines over. All right. And we'll keep on harvesting. Let's do some more merging. And I'd rather end up with too much than not enough. I'll bring those in. Yeah, they're pricey is right. And if I remember right, they do give dimensional jars, potentially. So be prepared. Because that will help with that chain. And I've got a feeling that's another one that where actually I think that one, the more of it you have, it's not like limited to one of for the creature power from it. And we'll merge those up, and that's two more of the legendaries again. And we'll bring those in. Merge those up. Oh, what's the final reward from this? Do I really want to go all the way? Oh, yeah. The ancient elf eggs are fun. That's basically a super egg. Alright, let's keep grinding these out then. Mm-hmm. All right. And that's a 5 merge of the 7s again. So I could make a level 9 and that'd leave me with a level 8. Whoops, not that one. Could we stop with the lagging? I know I've been playing for a while. Alright, that's actually spooking me, so I'm going out to the world map, save my event progress. Never hurts to have it save and back it up. That way I don't lose stuff. And back in here. Lock it up there so I can arrange things without them merging. Just keep on the harvesting. Let's merge again. And we'll bring those vines in. Making super duper progress. So I need 3 more of the rabbits. Ooh. To make... Pardon me. Better drink something. Oops. That gets merged. So yeah, 3 more of the rabbits to make another of the level 8s. That way I'll have 2 level 9s. That's 2 out of 3. Almost there. Very, very soon. So 1 more of the level 5s. All right. There we go. Merge those up. Merge the forest hills. That takes care of the last quest. And we'll collect that one. And that one. And that's all the points. All right, so I'm all done. So that's the event complete between the 2 streams. Thank you. Been kind of cool here. The overcast from the from all that smoke and whatnot has been keeping it kind of cool because the heat hasn't been able to get down here. Anytime, Dexter, and congratulations. Good job on the event yourself. Oh, nice. I like thunder. Smurfette does not. I'm not sure how far away they are, but a lot of places here in the States are getting the um the air pollution from it. I was actually about to say, why don't I pop over and Merge Adventure and give you at least a peek?